Okay, this is very frustrating for me, sorry. Just made a video and somehow the sound was off, so I wasted half an hour of my life making a damn video and it didn't work. Now here's what we're going to do. This is the end result. This is the video I just made. Okay, and in this video, what we want to do is I'll kind of go backwards. We're going to take some analysis, and in the analysis, we do it month by month. No years here at the end, and no years at all. And maybe you'll get this right away, and then you won't have to watch me spout off and swear and everything else. And then at the end, we use the sum if to add up stuff. You can, if it's a balance thing, I suppose you could use the sum if s too, even if you just want some balance numbers instead of just some flow numbers. En français, c'est flux, oui. And then here's some assumptions about various things. I guess we'll go through a couple little assumptions. But then these people, I hate this when you do this. You want to show the month and the year at the end, and then when you want to do all of this, you can just press the little one thing and just show the years if you want. And maybe we don't need this. Maybe we don't kind of need this shit either. We can put a little one here. Okay. So you can just show the annual numbers or just the monthly numbers, okay? And I call this timing and a budget analysis. All right. So here's what we'll do. We'll just go through a couple of little things in the operating analysis, and then I'm going to redo and make this monthly this one. I'm going to make this a second time. So I'm doing something that's right, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save this in case I really screw up. Okay, and then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete this. Okay. Uh-oh. Well, I'm glad I saved this because I deleted the wrong damn thing. Hang on. Okay, I meant to, whoops, it's March 15th. Yes, they call it Super Tuesday. Okay, now, I'm going to delete this one. Okay, and then we have some junk in here. And let's just see some of this stuff. So we got what we want to do is start our little stuff in different periods. We have a start date that depends on our city, so this has got a whole lot of match and index kind of stuff if you want to start your projects at different periods of time. So where's the start date? This is here, and I press Shift Control C because I have the generic macros open. Open the damn generic macros if you want. And then in this one, I press Shift Control C, and then you see that what comes from the other thing. So we put our little city code in here. These could be names of cities, and then we use a lookup because the cities are named in the same order from 1 to whatever it is, 9 or whatever. And we just say, well, when this date is greater than or equal to, when this date is greater than or equal to, to this one, and I didn't press the F4s appropriately. This has got to be this one, and this has got to be a F4 on this one, of course, and then select it down, Control D, Shift Control R, and we're finished. Okay. Now I also, okay, I'll leave it here, but I also now put in at the very end the years. Now, before we go to that, let's just do a couple of other things. So this one has, well, how many the various months of the operation. So all we did here is add how old each project is, because we're going to have some things that ramp up by month. Shift Control R, Control D, and I got to go to our end. The Shift Control R looks for the longest kind of line in the thing. That's why it didn't work perfectly, really. And then we have increase in these number of people who are going to do something or other. And then this is just a lookup function based on this one. So we have a realistic case and a worst case, and we take this applied case, and for month 1 we have 3 people or 7 people or 7,000, whatever it is. Okay, and we just up here, this is the code number, so we just use the lookup. It looks like a long thing, but it's not really, just because the name of the sheet is so long. Okay, why don't I make this just assumptions? Okay, and then we can, at least this won't look so long. Maybe I should have made it really small. Okay, all right, so we just accumulate this number depending on how many, and then we have different starting points for some reason, and so we're just going to take the starting points and multiply that by true or false, this one, and we're going to add the number of people. So this just accumulates the number of people and stuff like that. What the hell? Now this is the tricky stuff. First, this just goes by month. Okay, that's all okay. That's all okay. And we can just put equal month here of this one. Okay, Shift Control R. Now, here is the problem, though. What we want to do is skip over 1 when we get to 12. And we want to skip over 1 when we get to this last one. You see, there's an extra thing. And the reason we want to skip over this is we want to use this as a little code number and put our little slot in for the next one. So here's what I mean. So you put if this one equals 1, 12, then we take this one and put +2. We put a little extra space in it. Otherwise, we just take this one and add 1. So we do something a little bit different. So that's where we get the extra number. And then we get all the way to here. And this isn't 38, 39, and 40. This is 13 first. And it happens to be, if you take this plus 13, you get the right number. See, 20, let me see, where's 24, 25, and then, oh, I should have looked up to get this. Sorry, I made that mistake on purpose. I made the mistake on purpose. This should have been, if not this equals 12, if the one above, that was the big trick. This one. Let's just make sure that works. So it worked the first time, 12, 14, and then we go to 24, 20, yes, 25, 27. We skipped 26. And then we get to the end, and then I have to put this thing in here, and I have to redo that. That Shift Control R kind of screwed me up, and then this is this plus 13. Okay, for extra little space. So that's the big trick. This period code number. In fact, why don't I put Control B, Shift Control 7 to kind of put a little thing. Oops, Control B. So that's our little. That's our key. Key thing. Now we're going to do this same operating analysis, and we're going to make it into a monthly and a monthly combined with annual thing. So press Alt-M. Why don't we, after the operating, let's see, before this sheet, okay? Alright, and then, so we've got this too, but now I'm going to call it operating month year. Okay, I don't know what the right thing to call this is. And we might not want some of these, and we might want others. Now, the biggest thing to do here is, I think I'm going to start with a period code. Okay, I'll put it here, and this time let's put it right here, and let's simply add 1. No big deal. Shift Control R. Now, once we do that, then here is the big trick. On the month, don't use the old month you did. Put if this month, if the prior month equaled 12, don't put 1. I use 1 a whole lot. Put 0. Otherwise, have it this plus 1. And now what that does is it goes to 12 and then it goes to a 0. That special 13 is a 0. And then it goes to 26 and you have another 0. Oh, cool. And then we have all the way to the end. And by the way, this date will be changed. Now, for the year, we just kind of fixed the month. For the year, let's put if, we'll leave the first year in, if this number month equals 0, then hang on. Then we take the last year. Otherwise, hang on. We're going to increase the year if it's 1. If the month equals 1, not 0, then we take the last year we have plus 1. Otherwise, we keep it on the same year. Okay, Shift Control R. So that means now we have the same 2016, and we go to period 13, and it stays in 2016. And then we go to the next period, and I think I better, why didn't this copy? Uh-oh. Ah, it gave us a circular reference. Huh. Why did that happen? Just a minute. Okay, well, this month, this should have been a function of the site. Okay. I don't know why I got a circular reference. We'll keep looking at it, and then we'll put the date. If the month is equal to 0, then we put simply the year. That's all we're going to put. Otherwise, we put date, and we put the year, and the month. We put 1 for the date. Shift Control R. No circular reference here. Control R. Just a minute. Why in the hell did I get a circular reference? I'm sure you saw it, and I didn't. This period code number is then gone. We still have the circular reference, which means I have to turn off the damn video for a minute. Okay. Okay, the circular references were below, not above. Okay, so that's, as usual, getting the dates right is the big deal now. We have to be careful with the titles. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these titles and just copy, edit space special as values, Alt ESV, okay? And now let's say we don't care about all these stupid switches up here, and we just want the months of the operation. Okay, don't worry about that ref. No problem. In fact, we could almost delete everything, but we'll have to use a match. We can't use a lookup, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is match our period code number here, and the reason we can't use it, and press F4, and then I think this is a bug in Excel. I really do. And then click on this period number here. Okay, that was the big thing. And then press F4. That's not in order. So we have to put a comma 0 to get an exact match. And then now we put this. And now we put index. And I love doing the match in the index like this. But when you go to the other one and put the index for this column, okay, and we put the match in the index. It took the F4s off the 5. Did you see that? Look carefully. The damn thing, it took this off. I hate that bug. Fucking stupid Excel. Okay. What can you do? Don't blame me for this. Okay, and then we go down. And then oh shoot, somebody's at the door. What are we going to do now? Okay, where was I? So now we have this. Now, the problem is, I want to be lazy. And I've got a little dilemma. I could try to delete these blank rows, but here's what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to put an if is number. I'm going to put an if is number. And then and the problem is the formula is going to be long. If is number this, then let's put 1, 0 just for now. Okay, because this is what I do all the time. No, shit. We gotta... Okay, there we go. Okay, finally, got the number of parentheses right. And then we take this same index match, 2 parentheses, I think, and we replace it with this one. Okay, and look at this. And I don't want this thing here. Okay. And if it's 0, okay. So now if I pressed Control D, Shift Control R, we get it to be right. Now instead of putting the 0, if I put a little two things like that, Shift Control D, Shift Control R, whoops. Now it did the same shit thing. I mean, God, what am I supposed to do? Every time you have to redo this thing? What kind of crap is that? But now we can push it all the way down. Control D, Shift Control R, and now it did the whole thing for us. Okay, and it even put blanks in here when we had blanks, and it put the sums. So that's how to do it. Our old index match with some little things. And then the final thing we can do to make it kind of a little bit nicer looking is we can select this whole thing, and then we use oh God, somebody's yelling. I hope you don't hear the background noise. And then we can use our conditional formatting. And the conditional formatting, if you've watched any videos, you'd hear me spout about this. Why you have to go, I'm sure there's a very, very good reason you have to go into the left. And now, I have to, let's put this, when our month, this one, and press the F4 key, just so you get it only on the 5. And when that equals 0, let's put a little of a different format. And let's put a format of a gray one or something. Okay? And you press OK, and then it just formats that for you. That's the conditional formatting, so we just have the years formatted. And finally, if you want to just show the years, you can press Shift, Alternate, and right arrow. Again, the same thing here. Shift, Alternate, right arrow. Do I have to do Control, Spacebar, Shift, Alternate, right arrow? And then if we press number 1, it collapses it for us. And we have the whole thing kind of summarized like that. Okay? I don't know if I told you this. This is going to be in the time. I think I did this in the other video. I'm going to put this file in my website that everybody says is so shitty. Got too much crap. I don't have a good enough whatever flashy stuff. You put it in this one called Building a Corporate Model. I don't know where else to put it, really. We'll put it in this one. So I've got a bunch of videos on this one anyway, right? And it'll be somewhere down here, okay? and it will be called timing or something like that. So you can find the, excuse me, I'm having a snack. I'm getting too fat by eating all the time. Okay, and that's the end of the video.